The one decision that changes everything. Tony Robbins. A moment of truth. When Sarah Nguyen stood at the edge of the rooftop parking lot in downtown Chicago, she didn't feel empowered, she felt defeated. Her once promising digital marketing agency was bleeding clients. Her savings were drying up. She had poured her heart and soul into building Bold Wave Media, only to see it crash against waves of competition and self-doubt. That night, as the wind whipped around her, she contemplated the one choice she thought would save her: walking away, selling off her assets, quitting before she lost everything. Then her phone buzzed. A text from her mentor read, "You're one decision away from a breakthrough." It stung. Sarah realized she wasn't just one decision from failure, she was one decision from transformation. But which decision would become the catalyst? The power of a single decision. Tony Robbins teaches that our destiny is shaped by the decisions we make, not the conditions we endure. And every decision, big or small, acts as a fork in the road of our lives. Sarah had always believed her path was determined by external factors: market trends, client budgets, fierce rivals. Now, she understood that her real power lay in deciding to own her outcome, blame the economy, to see challenges as invitations, not obstacles, to commit wholly, not hedge her bets. Instead of drafting a resignation letter, Sarah decided to commit to a 30-day mindset challenge. For an entire month, she would consciously choose, each morning, to adopt one empowering belief that would guide every action. I create opportunities where others see barriers. That was decision #1. Shifting the inner dialogue. From the first day of her challenge, Sarah confronted familiar whispers of self-sabotage. You'll never outrank that agency. Clients will leave if you push for higher fees. You can't balance creativity and profitability. Whenever those voices arose, Sarah paused. She asked, "Is this thought serving me?" If not, she replaced it. Every competitor highlights a new opportunity for differentiation. Raising my rate signals confidence and quality. Creativity and profit can coexist when I focus on strategic value. Within days, her internal tone shifted subtly at first, then dramatically. She started pitching higher value packages without hesitation. Prospective clients noticed her newfound clarity and conviction. From analysis paralysis to decisive action, Sarah's next decision was to banish analysis paralysis. For months she'd been stuck in endless market research, fearful of making the wrong choice. Now she declared, decision number 2. For every new strategy, I'll set a clear outcome and take action within 24 hours. She applied this to 3 core areas: service packages, brand messaging, team roles. Instead of fine-tuning proposals indefinitely, she launched them. Instead of debating taglines, she tested ads in real time. Instead of agonizing over hires, she onboarded freelance specialists for 14-day sprints. The result? Rapid feedback, quick wins, and a momentum that built upon itself. By the end of the week, Bold Wave Media had converted a stalled prospect into a $15,000 retainer client. Found through live testing that a bold headline increased click-through by 47%. Discovered 2 freelance designers whose fresh ideas revitalized their brand collateral. Embracing the "and" mentality, a hallmark of Tony Robbins' approach, is replacing limiting either-or beliefs with an expansive "and." Sarah recognized she had long operated under scarcity. Either she grew fast, or she maintained quality. Either she pursued innovation, or she secured stability. Decision number 3 will demand both growth and excellence, innovation and consistency, speed and sustainability. Armed with that and mentality, she restructured her deliverables, introduced an agile innovation lab inside Boldwave to pilot cutting-edge strategies, established rigorous quality assurance checkpoints on every campaign, allocated 20% of monthly revenue to research new ad platforms and creative tools. Her clients appreciated the dual commitment. When the lab birthed a groundbreaking Instagram story format, they all clamored to try it. And when quality checks caught a potential branding misstep before launch, they praised the agency's attention to detail. Sarah discovered that there was no trade-off when leveraged correctly. and thinking amplified both sides of any equation. Leveling up through proximity. Tony Robbins emphasizes that proximity is power. Who you choose to learn from and spend time with determines your next level. For years, Sarah had networked within her comfort zone, local meetups, familiar circles. Now, she made a bold decision. Decision number 4. I will invest in 2 high-level masterminds outside my industry and seek mentors who play at the next tier. She secured spots in a global e-commerce founders forum, a data-driven leadership mastermind, led by seasoned CEOs. The financial commitment stung, but at her first virtual summit, she met Elena, SaaS founder whose pivot strategy skyrocketed her from $200,000 to $5 million in 18 months. At the leadership retreat, she connected with Marcus, a Fortune 500 strategy director who shared frameworks for scaling teams from 5 to 50. Sarah returned armed with insights, a roadmap for subscription models, a blueprint for leadership cadences and OKRs, a network of peers ready to swap resources and referrals. Her proximity upgrades fueled exponential learning and exponential growth, leveraging pain to propel purpose. Rather than shunning pain, Tony Robbins teaches to harness it as a compass toward purpose. Sarah's pain points, burnout, financial stress, fear of failure, were now seen as signals. Burnout, a sign she needed better delegation systems. Financial stress, an invitation to diversify revenue streams. Fear of failure, a prompt to strengthen resilience practices. Decision number 5. I will design pain-leveraging rituals to transform discomfort into drive. She instituted morning priming, breathwork, visualization of worst-case scenarios turned learnings, quarterly failfast retrospectives, candid team sessions to mine lessons from setbacks, a pain board, a public whiteboard listing current challenges and their positive reframes. Over time, the team began celebrating failures as breakthroughs in disguise. When a major ad campaign flopped, they rallied to dissect the data within hours and reallocate spend to their top-performing channels, yielding a net gain by week's end. Crafting an unbreakable identity. True transformation happens at identity level, not behavior level. Instead of chasing more clients or higher revenue, Sarah focused inward. Decision number 6. I will redefine who I am as a leader and as an entrepreneur. She journaled daily. I am an innovator, unafraid to disrupt. I am a magnet for high-value partnerships. I am the architect of exponential growth. She visualized her future self confident, decisive, visionary, and acted in alignment. She adopted a CEO daily routine, strategic planning at dawn, team connection at noon, creative sprints in the afternoon. She handed off tactical work to her team and coaches, rising above roles she had once clung to. She spoke at webinars as Sarah Nguyen, growth architect, embracing the identity fully. Within 3 months, her posture, her communication, her results all bore the unmistakable stamp of someone who truly believed in their own elevated identity. The multiplier effect. One decision begets another. As Sarah's internal evolution continued, her agency's external growth followed suit. Decision number 7. Will build multiple income streams beyond client retainers. Launched a digital course on agile ad campaigns. Introduced a private membership community for marketing directors. Decision number 8. I will become a content creator to amplify authority. Started Bold Wave podcast, interviewing top strategists. Published weekly thought leadership articles on LinkedIn and Medium. Each new initiative fed the core business. Course sales funded team expansion. Podcast guests became referral partners. Content pieces attracted inbound leads at a fraction of paid ad costs. Sarah's one pivotal decision to view every moment as an opportunity to decide differently had multiplied into a thriving ecosystem of products, services, and influence. From surviving to thriving. 6 months after standing on that rooftop, Sarah reviewed her dashboard. 320% revenue growth, team headcount doubled, 3 new service lines, launched global audience of 50,000 across channels. She Realize that success was not a destination but a byproduct of continuous decisions. Decision to own her psychology. Decision to act swiftly. Decision to expand her proximity. Decision to harness pain. Decision to upgrade identity. Every milestone traced back to one moment when she chose an over or decision over indecision. Your one decision. You're reading this because you're at your own rooftop moment. The choice facing you feels monumental. Should I quit my job? Should I launch that product? Should I invest in myself? Here's what Tony Robbins would remind you and what Sarah learned firsthand. You are one decision away from a completely different life. Not 2 decisions. Not 10. 1. Decide today to elevate your mindset. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Commit to swift, massive action. Surround yourself with models of success. Convert pain into purpose. Define and step into your future identity. Take that first step. Make that first decision. And watch as everything changes. Your life is waiting. On the other side of that choice, the one decision that changes everything is the decision to decide right now.